second time I dig this image. Now I know what I'm looking at. Look how they deleted these parts right there. Look, deleted. There was something there that NASA would not want to see, let us see. That's not the only spot. There's a bunch of spots there deliberately deleted. That's sad, man. That is just plain sad. Look at that. I mean, there are millions of structures there, but really sculptures. Look, they blurred the living crap. This one, look at that. Look how they blur the living shit out of it. That one right there. So I'm going back to the images I already worked years ago, because I know now what the geometry that I was looking at long ago. I couldn't figure out what it was. Now I know. It had nothing to do with any alien, anything. This is celestial. Look at that. Wow. I mean, the same geometry, just repeating in so many ways, but it's the same thing. It always stays true. Look at this one. Let me just show you what this is. Then this one, which uses the same thing that was on that one. See, look, the fingernails right there. And there's the thumb right there. Well, usually the thumb is either like that, and you can see the fingernail though. Then it repeats and repeats. The same thing you see up here is down here. Incredible. It's just incredible. And it keeps repeating like a fractal. That's why it makes it confusing. You say, well, what? Well, it's all 2D, well, it's because that's a finger, from a hand. And those dark spots are fingernails, this, right here. These are fingernails. On a finger like that. I mean, it does, and that is part of a bigger one, that is part of a smaller one, that is, oh my God, it's just, it just keep on giving. It's facing you, it's facing to the side, and it's facing back. It's diagonal, vertical, horizontal. It's just amazing, man. Only, like I say, only a God could do something like that. Look right here. You can see the thumb, then you see the index, then the middle finger, then the ring, then the pinky. But that part is part of another one that comes, it uses the same one that comes one way, is part of the other that comes the other way. And you can see here's like the wrist, but the wrist is part of a thumb that is bigger. And then you see the finger right here from the other hand. That is part of another. Oh my God, it's just infinite. practically infinite. And you see the knuckles perfectly. I mean, it's incredible. It's just incredible. Incredible is that it took me 18 years to figure this out. That's embarrassing, really. Yeah, it is embarrassing. Damn, how freaking blind we are. Well, at least I found it. It might have taken me that long, but there's a lot of behind me that know shit and can see it, don't know it, and can figure it out, and will never probably figure it out. That's dedication, man. You have to dedicate time and head, brain, observe and see this image. It's a tiny little image. I just use the browser and then the zoom it. Look, this is a tiny little image. That's how small the image is. What the heck are you gonna see on something like applause is overexposed to death. Let me show you what this image originally is. You are gonna believe that you can see this detail is only by doing what I did. And this is a 55-inch monitor, or HD TV and LG. Excellent quality TV. Recommended. Samsung might be kick-ass, but the CIA uses Samsung to spy on your ass, not CIA, the NSA. Look, that's the image. And you tell me what the hell you're gonna see there? Why are you going to see there? So NASA uses that to bullshit us. So this is what I do. I enlarge the image and still you don't see a thing like that. You see a bunch of grainy something. Then you see there's a structure there. It's not really, it's sculptures. All of it is sculptures of hands, millions of times. Look how many, oh my God. And then you see the pattern is so geometrically perfect in columns. And then you can see that it goes diagonal, it goes, and then this gigantic deal, this is what that is. Oops. This is what this is. Oops, golly, make it thicker. The other finger, the other one, but then you see that there's another one coming this way already. It's difficult to decipher this geometry. And then you see the fingernail from another hand that is fractal-like. And you see it right here in a small size, one like that. It's just insane, man, but it is. Like I said, once you know this geometry, look, and there's the fingernail. It goes one way, it goes the other. This is a gigantic hand that is subdividing a smaller one, and they go, look, the same one that went to the right goes to the left. I mean, from the left goes to the right. I mean, you can see the outlines of it. It's just that it's so convoluted because it has millions of other hands in front, behind, next, smaller shit. Like I say, only a guy like consciousness could create something that incredibly complex out of one simple shape of hands. All this bright deal here, those are fingernails, all of them. Each one of these bright spots, those are fingernails. I can show it. Look. This is a finger that goes like that. That's the fingernail. And it goes like this. Oh my God, it's just so many of them. Look, there is one outline right there that it really shows that that is a hand right there. Look, right there, that. And it goes in soft lines. And you see the thumb right here. But the thumb is another small, I mean, it's almost impossible. What I'm doing here is really an insult. I'm insulting what's there. It's not too, but you see the outline of a hand right here. You see? There's the pinky. And he's holding that deal, that whatever is that. You see, look at the thumb. This thing really wraps around like that, but it's part of another one that comes in a different direction and overlaps it, and it's holding something. And that something is always part of another. Like I say, it's just an infinite shit out of one simple shape. Look at this part. What the heck are you ever gonna decipher there? What? How? You're gonna, that look like a computer motherboard. Oh my God, look at all these tools and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but when you really look at, that's why NASA blurred the image, because they won't, then you will see that that's what those are, hands. By the, I don't know how many are there, a lot of them. And just that tiny little spot, look, that's a tiny, this spot, I mean, and it's translucent on top of that. How the heck can you do something? I mean, that's what blows my mind. And then when you think about how in the world anything can be rotating when all this shit is attached to everything else. So what the hell are we looking at? Something vibrating that appears to be rotating and give that illusion as a holographic type projection. I mean, difficult to dive into these thoughts. Look, right there, you can see the hand again, look. You can see the fingers again. It becomes part of another, and that's what makes it so difficult to see how this is part of another, but it matches perfect. Blends one with the other, and then look, it repeats right here. You can see the outlines of that. I have studied these images for years. I can say 18 years. I was already seeing and it creates faces and eyes with intersecting lines of the fingers and the fingernails, but it's none of that. It's all illusory. So who the heck can create something? A god like something. There's no other. And all those objects that appear out of nowhere and goes into nowhere, and they have this, and they change shape. I mean, that's all from the same thing. This thing is alive, it's responsive, and it knows what you know, and it projects to you what you think you. But it's visible. Optical devices can capture this. How you